Hi there, and welcome to my very first Fisher's Price Great Adventures video. I was not a movie major when I went to university, so this video is probably not the greatest quality, but I hope you enjoy watching it. When I was 6 years old, that was when I got my very first Fisher's Price Great Adventures set, and my collection continued to grow until I was about 13, after which I decided I was a little bit too old for them and they went into storage. Years later, during this pandemic, I have recaptured the love for Fisher's Price Great Adventures, and I've decided to grow my collection. And I've also decided to make a series of videos of me and my collection and its growing process. Now, these videos are also going to include some reviews of the characters, as well as me getting my new characters, and also any kind of characteristics or things that I remember doing as a kid that maybe you did as a kid or do now. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So first off, we have the original castle. Now, pains me to say, I no longer have the castle, so right now we're just going to be talking about the guys. We have our gold guys and we have our black guys. Gold guys come with a lion. Guys in black come with a dragon. Each side has their king, and as I'm sure most of you know, their weapons can be activated by pressing down on their heads. Now, when I was a kid, pressing down on their heads was satisfying, but when it got into the heat of the battle, I could honestly admit that it went from pressing down on their heads to doing that thing where you kind of lift them up in the air and you just start kind of whacking them together. Besides the knights, besides the kings, you have 4 knights on each side, and you could say that each knight has a twin on the opposite side. What do I mean by this? It's as simple as we have a guy in black with ball and chain, and we have a gold guy with a ball and chain. That goes on for all the other weapons. Now, some cool things that, or at least I think are cool, that Fisher Price did was they made every shield a different shape. I'll get these guys out of the way so you can see for reference on the dragon side. All of our shields are a different shape. And if you look, you should be able to also see that all of their helmets are also a little different style. And that is consistent also with the guys of gold. Now, not saying this is the right way to do it, but I remember when I was a kid, gold guys were the good guys, and the guys in black were the bad guys. And when it came down to the battle, I would say that if the king ever died, that on the gold side, the next in line would be our guy with the sword. Why did I pick the guy with the sword? It's because our king had the sword. So I figured if the king were to go, the next in line should be the guy with the sword. Now, on our bad side, if their king were to go, who's next in line? The guy with the very similar style weapon. I think out of these 10, my favorite were the guys with the ball and chain. And that's because you could link up their weapons, and depending on who you wanted to win, you could have that guy kind of flinging them around, and really be able to, if you could time it right, kind of chuck them around and throw them if you're good enough. Now this was a long time ago, so I don't know if I got it at the exact same time or shortly after, but I was also given the boulder blaster. Now, just like the castle, I no longer have the boulder blaster, but I still have the guy that came with it. This guy comes with a flame, as I'm sure he's supposed to light the boulder blaster. Again, look at the shield here, different shape compared to everything else. Same thing with the helmet, different style helmet than everything else. Now, I remember after I got the boulder blaster, I remember counting 6 bad guys and only 5 good guys. And I remember telling my parents that that wasn't fair, the good guys are now down 1 man. And telling them that I have to get another guy to make it even. Now, there were a couple options for getting a singular gold guy, but ultimately you were purchasing a replica, whether it be with the ogre or with the kind of Halloween costume that you could buy. You're buying a knight that you potentially already had. So what I did was I went off the books a little bit and I got this guy. This guy I think is actually my absolute favorite one that I have thus far. He comes with the dragon, which I no longer have, but I'm just going to tell you a couple reasons why I love this guy so much. The color, I love this color. Blue is one of my favorite colors. The feather on top, so cool. He's got a new weapon that I hadn't seen, and I mean it comes with a hot dog, like that's hilarious. But I think my absolute most favorite thing is the dragon that he has on his shield. It's really cool colors, really cool design, and I guess realistically he should have been on the dragon side, but it's a different kind of dragon, and I was like, he's blue, it goes with the gold and blue on this side. I was like, I just like him too much, he can't be on the bad side, he's gonna have to be on the good side. And then the fact that I could pair him up with the guy and the torch when they're battling. And you're gonna ask me, why is that such a good match? Well, I mean, this guy has a hot dog, right? So I always remember pretending that in the midst of battle, this guy would roast his hot dog on the flame and have a mid-battle snack. And he thought it was so funny, and I remember this guy being so upset about it. So that's why I thought that those guys were essentially like the perfect match to battle each other. I really wish that I still had the castle, because that'd be something super cool to incorporate in this video. I know there are some videos out there that actually have the castle, which I think is really cool. Who knows, maybe in the near future I could be making a purchase for a castle, but for right now, just focusing on the guys themselves. This is all I'm going to do for this segment. I think that I kind of want to get your guys' reaction, see how you like it, if I need to change anything or anything like that. I do have a lot more guys. I'm talking pirates, I'm talking newer knights, so it's definitely not because of a lack of material. So let me know what you guys think, and I can't Can't wait for the next one. While we wrap up things here, I just wanted to give a shout out to angelfire.com, figurerealm.com, thisoldtoy.com, and ebay.com for the pictures that you saw here today.